Today, I will be talking about the tango in Europe in the 1920s and 30s. This is the Dance History Picture Show, and I am Walter Nelson. And this is where I show how people actually danced at a particular period in time by showing movie clips of them actually dancing in that period of time. And with the tango in Europe, I have had an embarrassment of riches. While I have collected a fair amount of stuff from the Americas. It is interesting that the European stuff is far more, far more common, far easier to locate. There's a lot more of it, including something I hadn't found for North America, and that is um, a newsreel clip of ordinary people at a social event dancing the tango. Um, the tango that you will be seeing is very restrained, very contained. It's basically kind of just walking to the music. Um, it's a kind of dance that well, when I post um, videos of it on YouTube, Facebook, and so forth, I frequently get people commenting disapprovingly about how this is not real tango. Of course, it was real to them. Um, it was it was the tango that they did. And it is not a tango of showing off. It is not a flashy tango. It is a very intimate tango, a very simple tango. Um, so, to begin, let's play some movies. So, I will now go through my collection, or a small portion of my collection of original tango film from the 20s and 30s. It comes from Britain, from France, from Germany, from Sweden, and from Poland. Um, the tango was very popular all over Europe, and it it started in Paris, of course, around 1911, and then just exploded and never left. And they were dancing the tango from Moscow to Madrid. And here are a few examples of what they were doing. This first one is from from Great Britain, and it is one of many shorts done by Santos Casani, who was one of the champions of trying to get the world to dance properly. It was a principally British initiative intended to civilize the modern dances of the jazz age. And here he is making a proposal for the tango. He's standing up saying, "Don't just dance foxtrot, dance tango." Though at the end, you'll notice he makes a quiet little assertion that, well, yeah, a lot of you out there, you hear a tango, you'll just be doing a foxtrot, but you can do this move. Anyway, here is Santos Casani. As an example, by the way, of the British tango, I put up a picture of Geraldo, and his Gaucho Tango band. Geraldo was, of course, not Spanish, but he had kind of dark features, and so he pretended to be Spanish, and he had a long and distinguished career as a band leader, focusing, at least initially, on Latin music. Anyway, here is Tango Steps. And by the way, it is actually a very nice selection of things you can do on a dance floor when you're dancing the tango. So now we move from the British Isles, where the tango was popular, to the European continent, where it was even more popular. These first three are French. First from Prix de Beauté with Louise Brooks. I should note that you're going to be seeing a lot of Louise in this particular collection, because for some reason she danced tango a lot in her brief sojourn to the film capitals of Europe, and I guess also because people are more inclined to digitize and make available Louise Brooks films than perhaps films of less distinguished stars, or perhaps less American stars. Next one is from a film called Chateau de Rêve. And then there's a newsreel, which is, again, very interesting. And it shows people, ordinary folks, just dancing tango. Dancing a very simple, very unadorned, basically walking with attitude kind of tango.
Mesdames et messieurs, cette journée consacrée à la beauté va se terminer par une apothéose. Un tango en l'honneur de la reine du jour, Miss Europe.
Me ferez-vous l'honneur de danser? Je vous enlève enfin. Je fais beaucoup de jaloux parmi vos admirateurs. n'avez qu'un mot à dire pour que ce rêve ne finisse jamais. Du ciel, je vous aime.
I should say that's a very tango scene. It has the desperate confession of love, and it has the jealous suitor, the guy in the turban, looking on, seething. It's a very tango situation, and of course, it's going to end badly. But no spoilers. So the next one is. Is Chateau de Rêve. It's just a brief tango scene with folks dancing a very simple tango. And there was also a little detail there. One of the ladies had a long 1930s style evening gown that would normally be too long to dance in. So she just used her left hand to grab a hunk of it and pull it out of the way. So ladies, just remember that if you find yourself wearing a long gown and someone wants to tango or foxtrot or waltz with you, just grab a hunk of gown and pull it out of the way, and get out there and dance. You might not be able to do a Lindy Hop, but you can absolutely do a tango or a foxtrot or a waltz of the jazz age style, but that's another video to come. This next one is a newsreel, and here are what you might call real people dancing a tango. So another country where tango was enormously popular was Germany. Interestingly enough, all of the three French clips that I showed, they all had original sound. All of these German clips were silent. So I have gone in and added German tangos of the late 20s or early 30s that seemed to fit to the particular scene. The first one, Louise Brooks. It shows her in the Diary of a Lost Girl. She's found refuge in a brothel, and she's about to be drugged and raped, because that's the kind of movies they made in Germany in the late 1920s. And I thought I'd add the sultry sounds of Bola Negri singing Tango Notturno, which is actually, I think, from 1938. So it's a little bit later, but I think it sets the scene.
Ich hab an dich gedacht, als der Tango Notturno zwischen Abend und Morgen aus der Ferne erklang. Mein Herz ist aufgewacht, weil der Tango Notturno eine zärtliche Kunde deiner Liebe mir sang. Dass du mein Schicksal bist, hab voll Glück ich empfunden, als in einsamen Stunden ich vor Freude geweint. Ich hab an dich gedacht, als der Tango Notturno mit dem Zauber der Töne unsere Herzen vereint. Wie die Liebe wirklich ist, das könnte ich euch erzählen, denn ich kenne sie sehr gut. Ich weiß, dass sie schön ist und weiß, wie weh sie oft tut. Ich hab manchen Mann geküsst und hab ihn auch vergessen, weil ein anderer mich begehrt, bis einmal der Zufall den richtigen Mann mir beschert. Mein Schicksal bist, hab voll Glück ich empfunden, als in einsamen Stunden ich vor Freude geweint. Ich hab an dich gedacht, als der Tango Notturno mit dem Zauber der Töne unsere Herzen vereint.
This next clip is from another film by that same director, Georg Popst, who did the first one. And this is from Abwege, means stray, featuring Birgitta Helm. She also, I should point out, has been drugged, though the drug is self-administered because it's Weimar Germany. Anyway, here is Birgitta Helm, whom you might recognize as Maria in Metropolis, dancing a very intimate tango.
bei den anderen bist.
Okay. This next one is also from Georg Popst, and this is also from Louise Brooks. This is from Pandora's Box, and this Louise stars as a woman who everyone falls in love with her, and everyone is destroyed by loving her. And this includes the woman she's about to dance a tango with. The next one is a newsreel clip, also silent, to which I've added yet another German tango. I have so many to choose from. The tango was enormously popular in Germany, and there were countless tangos written in German for a German audience. I should point out that the same applies to the French, the Poles, the Russians, the Swedes. Everyone in Europe was writing tangos and dancing tangos. Anyway, here we have some ordinary Germans dancing tango in a cafe.
Keine Rose ohne Dorne, keine Liebe ohne Leid. Lass die Sorgen etwas morgen, bringt schon eine bessere Zeit. Keine Rose ohne Dorne, doch was nützt das traurig sein? Denn auf Tränen folgt ein Lächeln und auf Regen Sonnenschein.
One of the things I hope that you might get out of this is an appreciation for the wonderful variety of tangos that were written during the 20s and 30s throughout Europe. And I'm only dipping my toe in the teeniest bit of the water here. There is so much that can be found. This next one, Poland, was of course a place where the tango was extremely popular. It actually had its, there is a particular genre of Polish tango that has a very strong Eastern European gypsy Jewish kind of sensibility to it. It should be noted that the significant number of the composers, Polish composers of these tangos, were in fact Jewish. But the tango that they are dancing here in this clip of a nightclub is extremely restrained, as all the other tangos you have seen. It's not about showing off, it's about being with your partner and moving to the music.
морфина, затруłaś serce moje, odurzyłaś mnie, jak w rozkosznym śnie. I jak morfiny, miłości Twej się boję, lecz nie mógłbym już.
And there we have Polish tango. So that is the European tango. It is very restrained, as I said. This is, of course, this is social tango. This is not exhibition tango. They had their exhibition dancers, their European versions of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, who danced flashy and elaborate routines, flinging each other in the air and so forth, doing fantastic dips. But that's not what people were doing on the dance floor. They were just embracing each other and moving to the music. And while many people today would say, no, that's not real tango, well, it was real to them. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you next time.